What's going on, everyone? So recently, NBA draft analyst Jonathan Weiserman, he recently did a full mock draft, and he had the Lakers picking Kobe Bufkin at number 17. He's the guard from Michigan, and he's not the only one I've seen bring up the idea of Kobe Bufkin. I've even seen a lot of comments of people, so I figured let's talk about it. Let's talk about and break down Kobe Bufkin. Now, for starters, he comes from Michigan, so you know he's going to be hard-nosed. You know he's going to understand the stakes of a prestige organization such as Michigan going to the Lakers. You know that he's going to be a solid defensive guy, which he is. He is a really good defensive guard. He is a combo guard. He is more a two-way, kind of like a closer to a D'Lo or Austin Reeves, right? Guy that can play shooting guard, could play the point guard position, can handle the ball a bit, as well as be a guy that could play off the ball. And that is beneficial, right? And it's something that the Lakers kind of seem to want, right? Austin Reeves, you got D'Angelo Russell. There's lots of rumors about guards, like guys like Kyrie can handle the ball, play off the ball, right? You need that, especially when you have LeBron James. You need guards that can do both. You need a guard that, yes, can handle the ball and set up and orchestrate the offense, but when LeBron has the ball in his hands, it's somebody that can be able to do that otherwise. And that's also kind of where we're going as an NBA period, right? Like, for example, look at like the NBA Finals right now, right? Jamal Murray is a combo guard. He could play off the ball. He could play on the ball. Jokic is pretty much the guy that runs the offense there, but at times Jamal Murray can orchestrate and run the offense. You look at the other side, got guys like, Vincent, even Kyle Lowry now. Yes, he can, initiate the offense, play on the ball, but he's also plays off the ball a lot because you got guys like Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo who are making plays. So that's kind of what we have in today's NBA. And I do think that that's going to kind of be the shift. And with Kobe, one, the name in and of itself, last time we had a Kobe, it turned out to be one of the greatest players ever. Not saying that Kobe Bufkin will become that, but you have the hope, right? But he's 6'4", 195 pounds. He's played 2 years in Michigan and still only 19 years old, which is huge, right? That's important. He's very young. He has a lot of upside, a lot of potential. 6'4", 6'5". He's probably, maybe if you're lucky, grow a couple inches. Look at like Max Christie. Max Christie came in and he's grown like an inch or two. He's like 6'7" now. The Lakers could start having these guys in a Kobe Bufkin and an Austin Reeves and a Max Christie, guys that can guard multiple positions, play multiple positions. Like, that would be beneficial even beyond LeBron James. And, whatever the Lakers decide to do with D'Angelo Russell, do they keep him? Do they move off of him? And if they what do they get back, right? Do they get a Kyrie Irving or something like that? If you do get a Kyrie, then I think Kobe could be a guy that still makes a lot of sense, right? Because he's a guy that, again, could play off the ball if need be. Or you could have Kyrie play off the ball with Anthony Davis. So I do like the idea of Kobe Bufkin. Personally, if I'm being honest, I would rather the Lakers draft like a forward. I've broken down some of the forwards that I like. I'm going to continue to break them down. We'll have a lot of talk about the draft in general as we get approached. But if the Lakers were to draft a guard, especially at 17, Kobe would be one of the preferred choices. Again, he's a guy that has the ability to make plays. He's a great passer, hard-nosed, comes, again, from Michigan, and those guys all are really good defensively. Max Christie, right? So beyond that, from an offensive standpoint, his first year is nothing to really even talk about, but he only played 10 minutes per game. He only averaged 3 points. Again, nothing to really highlight. But this most recent year was a season in which he played 34 minutes, shot nearly 50% from the field at 48.2. He only shot 36% from three. That's a bit of a concern, but he has all the tools and actually has a decent shot. He's 85% from the free throw line, shot 50% from field goal range, period. He was also 49% on long range twos. So basically inside the three, but like, right there, 20-foot range, right? So that gives you a good idea of like, okay, like he has the tools and the potential to be a solid shooter and a great 3-point shooter, right? So that is a skill that can be developed. That is a skill that can be learned. Some of the tools that he has just can't be learned and can't be taught, right? His ability, again, his feel on the defensive end, his vision on the basketball court. He's a guy that can do multiple things. He's a great finisher around the rim. He's in the 70% at finishing. So these are all things that when you look at these prospects and you look at like what is their potential if we were to draft them, he has the potential to be a legit two-way guard in this league. And he's extremely young, extremely talented, has a lot of upside, gave you 14 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, just under a block, and 1.3 steals. So again, guy that takes care of the ball, only had 1.9 turnovers, took care of the ball, shot well, finished well, could get to the basket, could create his own shot, could play make for others. He's a guy that I really do think could translate well for the Lakers if they were to get him. Again, I would prefer a perimeter player, a wing type player. I know some people would like a center, which we'll see what centers are in the 17 range, right? Not a ton to write about. I actually really wanted, Jaden Evey at 47th, but he just redeclared or undeclared for the draft and is going back to Purdue, which is a bummer. But back on track with Kobe. I think that if the Lakers were to pick a guard in the 17 range, you're not going to get much better than Kobe Bufkin. Now, there's always that diamond in the rough, but it's like, what do the Lakers want? Do the Lakers want a more traditional pass-first type point guard? Kobe's probably not it. But you have like Scottie Pippen Jr., right? Which I think he would be better as like the pass-first, the kind of like playmaking, hard-nosed, defensive style point guard, right? Not necessarily the combo guard, but straightforward. Here's your point guard. Scottie Pippen Jr. Reminds me a lot of Tyus Jones. I always get him and Trey Jones. Tyus Jones is the one for Memphis, right? So Tyus Jones reminds me a lot of Scottie Pippen. Like, I think he could be like our Tyus Jones. So if you have him and he's the guy that you're trying to build and mold for the future, then I think Kobe makes a lot of sense. Go get a guy in him that can play the two, could play, if he grows a couple of, like if he turns out to be 6'6", 6'7", then he could even play the three, right? And you could have like an Austin Reeves, Max Christie, and Kobe all on the court at the same time. Because again, Max Christie has turned into a 6'7" guy, which means he's now the size of a small forward in the league. 6'7", 6'8" are usually what the small forwards are. So Max Christie now has the size and the length to go and be the small forward rather than like, okay, well, he's 6'4", 6'5", so we want him as the shooting guard. Well, Kobe, even if he doesn't grow, well, now you have your two guard. You could have him play the point guard, have Reeves play the two guard, or vice versa. And now you have like a 6'4" point guard, a 6'5" shooting guard, 6'7" small forward. You could have Rui Hachimura at the 4 and his 6'8" size with 7'2" wingspan, and then have Anthony Davis in the middle. Or if this is post Anthony Davis, say Anthony Davis leaves with LeBron, then all you got to do is just find your young center for the future, right? So you could have that, and you'd still have Jared Vanderbilt. Like, the Lakers would start putting together a really good defensive unit. Max Christie is already like elite defensively. He's like veteran level defense. He is really good defensively. We've seen Austin Reeves and his ability to defend. Rui Hachimura, we've seen him and his ability to defend. Jared Vanderbilt, we know what he can do defensively. Going and getting a guy like Kobe Bufkin, you got another hard-nosed defensive guy that can play and guard. Like, you'd have so much switchability. You'd have so much just versatility, period, because you have Max Christie, Austin Reeves, Kobe Bufkin, all can handle the ball, all can initiate the offense, all can make plays. Like, that is very valuable. So if they ended up drafting Kobe, I would not be upset whatsoever. Now, again, a couple other options that I prefer more that we'll get into, that we'll talk about here. But, again, I would not hate the idea of them drafting Kobe. Get him. Why not? He's a guy that I really think could develop. And I really do like what the Lakers are doing. The Lakers are putting together a nice young core, nice young package for when LeBron and AD do decide to hang it up. The Lakers will be set for the foreseeable future. And I do think that there are some really good options at 17. But what do you think? As always, this is a discussion, so I pass the question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. Do you think yes, go get Kobe? Do you think no? Is there somebody else you have in mind? Whatever your thoughts are, however you feel, I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below.